remember all of it, Dave. Of course.
Do you really?
I'm like a fucking elephant over here.
Like an elephant? All right. Well, like an elephant. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about season 1 up to where?
I'll give a short outline.
Sure.
Up to Dee Dee's leaving the party.
Yeah.
We all bought tickets to this fabulous fucking cruise, supposedly to the Bahamas, and everything was going smooth. People from Aristotska, Belgium, and school teachers, and everybody was on this boat. And my lovely tall drinking chocolate self was up there trying to find another life partner, or at least some sort of assignation with a member of the appropriate sex. Anyways, we was on this boat for a little while, and then this white boy got sick, and when he went to the infirmary, he started eating folks, and that shit just escalated from there, Dave. Motherfuckers was turning into zombies, eating people and shit. Then there was like some mercenaries on board the ship. There was some sort of plot going on with the boat owner, this Mr. Romero. Or no, that was the captain.
Captain, yeah. Captain Skipping. No.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Forthington.
Yeah, that motherfucker. And all this, it was some sort of conspiracy going on with these people. He was gonna blow the ship up for insurance or something, but he hadn't anticipated this whole zombie outbreak. I don't think nobody seen that shit coming. Regardless, we worked with these mercs for a little while, and then eventually it came out that they was gonna blow the fucking ship up, and we had to get off of there. And the only way was these PT boat these guys had, so we ended up fighting and wrestling with these mercenaries and got their PT boat and
so you freaking a big part, Mrs. Hay and her cult.
Yeah, remember the religious cult that was on board as well?
I'm trying to make this as short as possible. I can go into detail if you like.
We can go into a little bit more.
You have to remember your gal Vera dying.
Yeah, all right. I'll bring Vera's. All right, before we got to the mercs and shit, they was everybody was hustled into the auditorium, right? And there was this old bitch in there talking about the end times and the second coming, the pale riders on white horses and all this bullshit. Shit like my grandmammy read to me, trying to dissuade me from my life choices. But regardless, this bitch was had like a little cult brewing up in here, and shit went bad. People got captured, and our friend from Aristotska, a beet farmer named Vera, ended up sacrificing herself for the greater good. I guess that's what they teach folks.
She was fixing to turn you to the other side again, I think.
Right. She was trying to pray the gay away, but I won't have none of that bullshit. Regardless, Vera, sacrificed herself for the greater good. I guess, that's one of the communist virtues that she was raised with, self-sacrifice for the good of the people, the politics.
Remember, Bubba tried to save her.
Let's go with that.
Well, we all tried to go back and save her, but she won't have none of that. She ended up killing the old bitch, and I think it sounded we didn't see it, but she put a bullet in her head, from what I gather. We heard shots.
Yeah, Bubba did.
Cletus killed her.
Oh, did Cletus kill her?
Bubba Cletus. Yep.
He stole her
He stole her
revenge,
kill. That's right. Oh.
and then surrounded by. I mean, it was the only thing that she was going to sacrifice to kill her, and then Cletus stole it from her, and then surrounded by all that other things, she just.
Maybe you better tell the damn story then, Vera.
Yeah, she just put the gun under her chin and pulled the trigger.
Right on. Okay. Well, yeah, all that went down, and we lost Vera, a very dear companion of ours from Aristotska. She was just coming to America to have the time of her life.
Old Puck, the Belgian.
Yeah. Well, this Belgian criminal, this foreigner, he come on the boat with his dirty money and shit. And we don't know what he might have had something to do with this whole zombie thing to start with. But anyway, he proved to be a staunch ally to us. And he ended up getting bit by one of these biting motherfuckers early on, and we had to cut his arm off. Vera cut his arm off with a knife, I think. Yeah, a very gruesome thing for somebody to do, but she seemed like her conscience wasn't overburdened by doing it. kind of made me sick on the stomach, but she did it. Cut his arm off, and Puck was me and Puck and Vera and who else was with it? Bubba Cletus Jr. Yeah, big old Afghan veteran. It was us 5, I think. Was it 5?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and then you had Betty. Remember, you had Betty.
Yeah, we had the professor and her son. Yeah,
yep, Jack,
her son was sick the whole time on this ship, Dave. And,
yeah, another Sam. There's been like 8 of them in this game
his name
so
was
far.
Sam. That's right. Okay.
He was Sam. He was Sam of the first degree, though. He was the first Sam.
He was the first Sam, and then
Sam the
Mrs.
first,
Haynes was number 2. And then we have our Sam now, and little girl Samantha with us.
Oh, goddamn. Is it 4 Sams?
There's 4 Sams. There's been 4 Sams.
I can't keep up with all that. Regardless, we Vera died in the service of the greater good. Cletus stole her kill from her. The bloodthirsty Afghan veteran that he is, you know, he ain't never seen nobody he didn't want to put a cap in. But after that, things escalated, as I previously said. We got into a tussle with these mercenaries, stole their PT boat, and headed toward dry land, or tried to anyhow. But at the same time, there was this big-ass Navy boat or Coast Guard boat or some shit with zombies crawling on the foredecks and everything, and it ran into this ship we was just on. Everything blew the fuck up. I mean, we got out of there just in the nick of time, like a damn Michael Bay Hollywood movie. I mean, just as soon as we got on the boat, got out of there, everything blew the fuck up.
And the hurricane happened.
Yeah. Come to find
And Betty
out,
Sundice.
come to find out there was a hole in the gas tank on this boat we had just stole.
Yeah.
And
How convenient.
Bubba Cletus, I don't know, maybe he's got some sort of military training, but he knew how to guide this GPS back to dry land, and we followed his coordinates. I don't know what we was thinking, placing our trust into this ignorant white boy. But regardless, we headed towards land only to find ourselves caught up in a damn typhoon, hurricane, whatever the hell it was. Strong winds and lots of rain. And we rode in that, got through that by the grace of God. And then, Lord help us, Betty's son started showing signs of turning. He was getting his teeth ready to start biting motherfuckers. And well, we just let the mother take care of it on her own. You know, I was ready to pound my fists into his head and cave his skull in, but if called upon to do so. But Betty, you know, she stepped up. She knew what had to be done and dispatched her son. A very sad thing, you know. A mother losing her son is a tragedy, Dave. That's tragedy.
Yeah, it is. So you had lost pretty much 2 people by the time you got onto the boat. That was unfortunate.
Exactly.
Well,
Right.
2 and an arm.
Exactly. Well, 2.5. Let's call it. Anyway, we got through the damn storm, lost Sam, as I previously said, and then the damn boat finally run out of gas, and we drifted for days and days upon the sunny waves. You know, we was getting close to desperation when we finally sighted land, and we made our way to the land, and that's where we found this young boy named Sam, a very charming young boy, I might add, who was in the peak of physical beauty of his age, you know, 13, 14 years old, nice, you know, strapping young lad. Anyways, he was fishing or something.
You digress.
What was Sam doing when we found him?
That was it, yep. Fishing. I was out fishing on the beach.
He was fishing, so we approached him. He was a bit skittish at first, but you know, you see a new dog, you stick your hand out, let him smell on it. Before long, he knew old DD was his buddy. Lord, I keep backing out of the game. All right, and then Sam was telling us about what was it? Damn bandits or something around, right?
Yeah, motorcycle gangs.
Yeah, we heard tales of these motorcycle gangs running rampant. Come to find out, we was in North Carolina somewhere on the coast. And, yeah, we had no clue where we had landed at. And Sam, it didn't seem like he had no parents or anything with him.
Freeport,
So,
I think it was. Wasn't it Freeport, North Carolina?
was that the name of the little town? Yeah, we found that out shortly after. I guess.
Oh no, Willie kept messing it up, so I get confused. It was like Captain Ahab trying to remember names in 13th Age.
And everything being a Kraken, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we got up with Sam. Sam fell in with us. We drugged the boat up to the shore, tied it off, and then
you hit it. Yeah, you still have a boat. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as we know, yeah. But we headed in, do a little bit exploring, and we come to this marina, and cleared it out. We found a couple of biters. There wasn't much to scavenge there, but we found a biters in the basement, I think, and we dealt with them.
Found some wrapped snacks.
What were they called? Master P's, some shit.
Yeah, Master P's wrapped snacks.
Fucking watermelon something.
Honeydew watermelon, yeah.
Honeydew watermelon.
Cheetos, yeah.
So, yeah, and, apparently the people.
That's a real snack.
I know,
in case you guys.
Yeah,
yeah. It is a real snack.
Limited edition at that.
There's a rhyme in every bag, Willie. There's a rhyme in every bag.
Is that a thing?
That's what the little starburst says in the corner of the package. There's a rhyme in every bag.
So these people, these biters we found in the basement, they had on the uniforms and shit like they used to work at this place or something, right? I believe one of them might even have been a deputy. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, they were all employees of the.
They're all employees of this place. Yeah. Regardless,
of the marina store, yeah.
We took what we could find in there. I got a very nice, I believe it was a life suit, life jacket or something. We all put on
FUBU or something like that, wasn't it?
A FUBU life jacket, exactly.
Yeah.
We took what we could from there and headed on, and then that's when we heard a car alarm, I believe. A Honda Accord or some shit in a parking lot, and we went to investigate that immediately, and turned to find out it was just some dead person laying in the car. I don't know, the battery, something must have bumped against the car.
Definitely murdered, though. Remember, that person was murdered and not ever turned into a zombie.
Exactly. What were they, shot, I believe?
Yeah, a bullet right between the eyes.
Yeah, very, very suspicious. And then after that, I can't remember what led us to the old man's house.
That was the old man's house. That was exactly what happened.
Smoke coming out of the fireplace in an RV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then we made our way up to Ben and Martha's house. I'm just making up names now.
Henry and Eleanor.
Yep. Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Miss Garland. Yep. Old Henry.
Made our way up to Henry and Eleanor's house. This old guy had an RV sitting in the yard.
I still remember us being attacked there.
Were we?
We were attacked there by those biker gang.
Not yet, Pug. You jumping the gun?
Yeah, that was later on.
No, that was the first time was inside the house.
Let's just go with that.
I ain't even got us in the house yet. The old man was very wary of us. Looked like he was about to shoot our asses. But eventually we prevailed upon his better angels, and he allowed us to come in and eat with him and his wife. If we cleaned up some of the dead bodies that were scattered about the front of his house, piled them all up. And then we went into his house, ate dinner and shit, and had good conversation. Oh, Henry actually has some sort of electricity going. He had some VHS tapes that he showed us of news reports about, we was on the boat. We didn't know shit about what was going on the mainland. And Henry kind of called us up, man. He was a wealth of information. He had CNN tapes of, reports about what happened before shit went really bad. And this is apparently a widespread thing, we come to find out. Dave.
Yeah, it was all around the world, yeah.
Worldwide.
A worldwide epidemic, yeah.
This won't just a cruise ship specific outbreak. So, yeah, we found out the extreme situation that we were actually in firsthand from Henry. And then he let us stay the night. And then in the middle of the night, This is what the bikes show up, Buck. Middle of the night, the biker, we started hearing motorcycle, Harley Davidson and shit with loud mufflers riding all around the house. And old Henry was ready to start shooting these guys with his rifle. And I think we didn't go outside then, I don't think. Shit's getting fuzzy, Dave. Help.
You guys fended off the. Well, actually, yeah, you fended off the bikers, and then later on you were you were captured by the bikers. You know, Hell and his other half, Spiderbait.
Yeah, Spiderbait.
And then after that is when you guys had to go to the town that was the next town over that had all of the stores and whatnot, because now that you were with the bikers and with Guy and Hell and Spiderbait, you were going to lead the zombies away from the town so everybody, all of the other bikers, could come in behind you as you're having the zombie swarm chase you out of the town. The bikers were going to come in behind you and loot everything.
We was just a distraction for them.
Yeah, but that's where I believe there was a few encounters where, just as you guys had gotten captured, because everybody had gotten captured. Everybody that was in the house, Puck, Betty was in the house, Henry and his wife were in the house, and then Dee Dee and Rambo from the Middle East and Cletus and Sam, you guys were out kind of checking out the perimeter. Yeah, you had to surrender, correct.
I still remember a part where I think it was Betty I was captured on the outside, I remember.
Yeah,
to get back in.
Yeah, and then when they brought you in, that's when Henry got into the firefight. Yeah. Well, you're ahead of us there. You're ahead of us there, Puck. But yes, everybody gets captured on the out. Well, Henry comes out. Henry's down in the basement. He sneaks in. He crawls in. Puck, you crawl in with him. Puck, you get captured, and then as the bikers start to move into the house, they've got the house surrounded. Henry is downstairs with his wife, Betty, and Jack. Yeah, not Jack yet, because Jack's already captured. And then a big firefight comes out. Everybody gets captured. A couple of the bikers actually get killed. I remember as they were coming down the stairs. Shoots his legs off at the knees because that's all he could see. And that was pretty good. And then you guys had to go to the next town over, lead the zombies away. And then after that, you and Pathfinder, as you guys found an RV. You had Henry's RV because you make your way back to the place. Henry had he was bullshitting everyone with a false gas tank and stuff, even though there was gas in the RV. And there was the little lock that you had to turn to.
Yeah, you got to turn the key.
Turn the fuel fuel on. Then
we had a Fiesta.
Correct. Yeah, you guys. Henry was killed. His wife was killed, and you guys took the RV. You took his other car, and you left. Well, everybody pretty much. You, Dee Dee, and Pathfinder. You two were in the small little Gremlin car that they had. The old AMC Gremlin that they had. So you guys took off in that car and left everybody as they, you guys kind of just took off. Now,
that was after the church.
After the church, yeah. So you go ahead with the church, or do you? I'll let you continue.
All right, so all that shit happened in the house, just as Dave said. Many people died.
And Hell killed Hell killed Puck too from the boat. He just.
He blew his fucking brains
blew his head off right there in front of everybody. Just said boom, and then that was it. Thanks for playing, Lord.
And Spiderbait took a shining to Betty.
Oh yeah.
And Sam then killed Spiderbait.
Yeah.
And Sam
Hell's girlfriend.
His 357 shot right in her head, I believe.
Yeah. Then you guys, then you guys made it to, the town. You actually did your job. You left. the bikers came in and whatnot. You escaped, and they told you were free to go after you performed that job.
Showed up.
Correct. Well, you had seen the Army drive through. You seen a chopper, and then you had seen a couple Humvees and stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then later on that night, as you guys were escaping, all of a sudden, remember the helicopter, boom! Just came out of the sky, miraculously landed in front of your vehicle. You guys found the church, and yeah, so you can go ahead with the church there, Mr. Dede.
Yeah, we took the RV and the Fiesta and stuff, and packed up all our shit, and started heading out. We was gonna go to Raleigh, I believe. That's where everybody was supposed to be.
Supposedly, yeah.
Was it Raleigh? We had heard on the radio there was some looped signal being broadcast about survivors going to this big shelter in Raleigh. So that's being the only sort of thread that we could grab onto of other survivors. We grabbed onto it and made our way towards Raleigh, and eventually we came upon like a fucking some shit in the middle of the road, and we had to move it. But shortly afterwards, the damn RV's gas line or something went wrong with it, and won't none of us, with Puck being dead and all, won't none of us capable of patching this thing up. No MacGyvers present in the party at that time. So we eventually came across these two guys, and they told us about this church that them and some other survivors were held up in. It seemed like some good old boys, to be honest with you. I ain't really familiar with the South,
nope.
But Southern hospitality was in full effect with these guys. They offered to take us to the church and get us settled in while they scrounged around to try and find a way to fix our RV for us. Not having any other options at the time, we wholeheartedly accepted their proposal and went to this church. And there was some pregnant woman up in this church, a couple of families, young kids. I mean, we met a bunch of people, nice people for the most part. But everybody had like the fucking like a countdown on their forehead. We knew they was gonna die eventually. These people weren't made for this post-apocalyptic world.
But the cat was gonna live.
Things happen.
Little girl named Samantha. Remember little girl Samantha Hickman?
Yeah. She was sick. Everybody thought she had the biting disease or whatever. She was gonna turn.
Come to find out, it was her mother that got bit. Remember?
Right. Yeah. I was getting to that.
The
pregnant woman went into labor, and this is like damn baby Jesus level type of stuff. This is the first baby to be born that we knew of anyhow in this post-apocalyptic world. So everybody was on pins and needles while these people kept coming back and forth, blood soaked out of the delivery room. And then eventually we heard screams and shit, and went in to investigate. And the mom was dead. I think the doctor, the guy that was trying to deliver, was all eat up and shit. And the baby was nowhere to be found. Come to find out, this baby was some sort of damn fast zombie of some sort. The damn thing was skittering about like a damn cat. I mean, we faced a bunch of zombies, Dave, and they basically just stand there and wait for you to punch cave their skulls in and shit.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker was running around like blinking in and out of existence and shit. We had no way to deal with this, so we all kind of gathered together in the lower room and had our guns pointed in corners and shit, waiting for this thing to pop out. And this when the shit really hit the fan. Because then we started hearing the damn Harley Davidsons rumbling outside again.
Yeah.
Fucking hell had tracked us down. He was mad about snake bite or snake venom or whatever that woman's name was that Sam put a bullet in her brain. Anyway, he come to get his vengeance, visit his vengeance upon us. Anyway, he was outside with 30 or 40 other Harley Davidson driving rascals. And he had us, we were basically, what is it called? Under siege.
Yeah, you're pinned in, yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually just set the church on fire to smoke you out and to burn you out or burn you in.
And that's when them two white boys that I spoke of earlier miraculously showed up in the repaired RV right in front of the front door, man. It's some Hollywood shit again, Dave. I mean,
it's like a bus stop, Willie.
RV like locking the brakes up and sliding, and it stops immediately in front of the door.
It did. That's what happened. Yeah.
And we got this. I mean, these bikers is bad, but we got this motherfucking zombie running around 90 miles an hour inside here. We got it coming from both sides.
Yeah. And plus, with all the noise of the bikes and everything, attracted all the shamblers from around the area anyway. And then now they were in trouble because they were swarmed by zombies.
It was a straight up clusterfuck.
It was.
If I've ever seen one. But we managed to, we threw the door, unbarred the doors, and ran for our lives into the RV. And those that could make it made it. Some people didn't make it, but we got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, just
hit the high road.
Yeah, just remember Samantha's father. He was kind of like a prick, you know what I mean? And just as he was getting onto the bus, remember the baby latched onto his neck. The baby just flew in out of nowhere and latched onto his neck. Ah! Just as he took that first step, and
baby needs to join Cirque du Soleil.
And basically the old man pushed Hickman off. The door was closed. You guys made it out by the skin of your teeth, while Hell and his gang. Anybody remember the name of the gang?
That's a trivia question, if I've ever heard one.
I can't remember it, but
you don't know. Okay, you would make.
The bills are bad now.
It's I try to remember everything, but that's just everything is just impossible.
I just remember his full name was Hell Fury.
Yep, Hell Fury. Yep.
Oh,
yep. Feuri. Yeah, Hell Fury. So you guys made off with You got the Gremlin, Pathfinders. You and Dee Dee and Pathfinder were in the Gremlin. Everybody got into the massive RV. You took off, and then that's pretty much when Dee Dee and Cletus they took off.
Cletus,
Bubba Cletus.
We went on a road trip, man. We had wild oats to sow and shit.
Yeah, so your oats in an apocalyptic time. Wow.
That's a romance for another day.
Yeah, that's a one shot right there.
Cletus, Bubba Jr.
That's like a series of one shots that we'll have to do on the side to get everybody caught up with Dee Dee and Cletus. Oh my gosh. So as everything progressed from, you can go ahead and carry on with this, Miss Scarlet. I'm gonna let you guys do this.
Well, I don't have that good of a memory, but
do what you can.
I remember somewhere down the road, picked up a couple more people. Some of them made it. There was a military thing that knocked over the RV. That's when Betty died. The group came up to a Winn-Dixie warehouse where, I don't know.
Chock full.
Yeah, chock full of people and items. And that's where they met. That's where they met Rose and Colonel Major Captain
Brackenridge.
Hauser.
Whatever.
Brackenridge was it was Hauser that was Sam Elliott.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. And then there was Jack.
There's Jax, Steve
and Jax. Yeah.
And for a very short time, a gal named Misty who had helped check on little Samantha with Betty before, probably both of them died.
Yeah, and the whole time she's still got this fever too.
Yeah. The entire warehouse thinks that she's bitten, so she's quarantined off. There was a guy named Guile that was throwing a fit trying to find his family, but the military wasn't having it. Next thing you know, shots fired. Zombies coming up trying to tear the place down. Guile goes crazy ninja, tries killing as many as he can, but gets killed in the process. As the main group here goes off in, I think it was like trucks or something from the store.
Yeah, company cars, like little Ford Escorts and stuff.
Down the road away, a helicopter crashed in front of the group.
No, that's it. That's one.
Some dead there. Some of us became injured.